welcome to the LeggLife podcast. My name is Adam.
My name is Sherry.
Sherry Beth, what episode is this?
158.
It is the two of us in the studio, as
And?
well as a very special guest. Sherry, who's in the studio with us today?
Captain America.
For the very first time, if you guys watched our recent vlog, we got a new kitten.
We did.
And here's the funny thing. Currently, said kitten is sitting on my shoulder like a parrot.
Correct. And his eyes are droopy, so he might just fall asleep on your shoulder.
He is just, oh my gosh, you guys, he is absolutely the very best. He's on the move.
Oh,
so
no.
there may be some like Captain America.
Aslan is on the move.
Aslan is on the move. There may be some Captain America interruptions. I'm going to try to keep him from walking on the keyboard. And so we'll see if that happens. Sherry Beth, you want to grab the cat?
What are you doing,
We
sir?
don't know what he's doing. My gosh, this podcast is already off to absolute chaos. So here's the thing. We've missed a few weeks.
We have been very busy.
Life has been absolutely crazy.
Yes.
Again, if you follow along on YouTube, you know that we got a podcast. Not a podcast. We got a coffee shop open.
We got a coffee shop open.
That has absolutely consumed our life for the last
month
for sure.
Yeah.
But it's done. It's open. We've been open for, we're just about finishing our second week of business. It's gone really great. I don't know if you guys just heard a little Captain America mew. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about our new kitten.
Yeah.
We're going to talk all about just kind of how life is, how we are. Because we've missed some episodes, this is going to be a little bit of an update.
Kind of a catch up.
A cat chup. This is our cat chup episode as we watch our little kitten crawl around on our podcast table.
Yeah.
And hoping to goodness he doesn't try to walk on the keyboard and end this podcast. So we're going to start not with cat. We're going to start with the thing that has been most all-consuming, which is the coffee shop.
The coffee shop. Yeah.
So we talked about it in a vlog. We gave you guys a tour of the space. Give you a little bit more of the story. And because I can't remember what I've shared, what I haven't shared. So we had our final inspections on a Monday. Got the word that we passed everything and that we were able to open like 20 hours later.
Yeah. It was literally like we were set to open on Tuesday, but if we didn't pass the inspections, we were not opening on Tuesday.
Yeah, so
I was like, oh geez.
So until we passed the inspections on Monday, we didn't know if we could open the next day.
Yeah.
And so we didn't want to buy any perishable items. We didn't want to buy things that, the coffee shop needed.
We didn't want to post on social media and be like, hey, be here on Tuesday, because we didn't know if we were going to pass. And so...
Yeah, and so everything waited the last minute. So as soon as we got word we passed, it was just like, oh my gosh, everybody go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And so we were able to get it all done, got it open, which was amazing. And the response has really been, honestly, kind of, oh my gosh, is Captain America going to jump off this desk?
Oh, please don't jump off.
Are you going to jump off the desk?
Oh, it makes me nervous.
Sherry, he's a superhero.
Well, true, but he's very tiny.
He is. Do you guys
Can
hear
you
him?
hear him?
Come here, buddy. I'm gonna hold Cap here.
He's so cute.
He is really cute. And so, so we got the word that we were able to open, and then it was, go buy all the milk, go buy all the stuff we need for pastries, go buy like everything to make it happen.
Make a post that we're opening tomorrow. Please come.
And the thing is that people did in that first day, even though we only had 20 hours to like promote it, has still been our busiest day. Like people showed up like crazy that first day.
In droves.
Droves. And then I think maybe today was our second busiest day, which is great.
That's awesome.
So we're moving in the right direction. It has been super emotional. Not going to lie, when the contractor told me that we passed our inspection, just like instant tears for me.
Yeah, you kind of lost it. And honestly, he kind of lost it. Like he was having a real hard time keeping it together too, because, he's been there since the beginning too, like just kind of helped build out the space, and he was fully behind the vision. And, he was just like, man, you're going to have a coffee shop. And he was struggling too.
It felt so surreal because like this has been a dream for so long. We've been working at it for so long. And then to realize that in a matter of hours, this thing that has been, you've been like pouring yourself out for is actually going to happen.
Yeah.
My gosh, it was so emotional, and it was just such a surreal moment. And honestly, every day that we've gotten to turn on the open sign, every day that we've gotten to have customers come into the building is just like, I have that moment. It's like, how is this real? We actually did it.
Oh, this is actually happening.
It's actually happening. Like, we did this thing.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It's been,
Even my boss, like in our chat this week, was just like, even she was just like, so have you been spending like every spare moment at the coffee shop? And I was like, look, close. I've taken a few days off, but like, and I haven't actually worked there. But I have been there almost every day.
almost every day. Yeah, you've been a huge support. Just obviously in the lead up, you were there every night.
Yeah.
Like, you were there helping with stuff.
Helping clean, helping install the Y wall, helping like paint, like, yeah, I helped as much as I could.
And now it's a reality. And
Yeah.
and it's cool because we already have regulars. Like, there's people that we see every single day, and so we, it's just it's gone from a dream to a reality to where we've already gotten to see like it becoming its own thing. We had a meeting today, or I had a meeting today with someone where we were talking about some stuff for the summer and the fall that I'm just so excited about. Like, that I think will be such a great use of our space. And so, I don't know, I'm really loving it. I'm also really loving because the load feels lighter. We have baristas now. We have a team that's managing like the day-to-day stuff at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And so even though I was, there till closing tonight and have been most nights, I don't have to be. Like, there's nights that I get to come home.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like we're starting to get our life back a little bit. Captain America just jumped on my back.
Like, he jumped off of my shoulder onto the back of our chairs and walked across and then jumped on your back.
And is once again parroting on my shoulder.
Correct.
And so it feels like we're starting to get our life back, which,
yeah.
Gosh.
We're settling into like a new normal, I think.
Yeah. So I'm really happy. I'm really proud of the space.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was,
You should be.
thank you. I thought many times that this project might kill me. I thought this might be the end of me.
I'm glad that it wasn't.
I'm glad that it wasn't as well, but we got there, and it's just, it's so crazy. Sherry, what's it been like? And I might have asked you this in the vlog. I don't remember. What's it like for you? Because you have heard me, before the last push where you were there all the time, like, you've known this was a dream. This was something that, like, it caused me a lot of sleepless nights over the last year. You've seen the stress that this project put on me. Mm-hmm. So what's it been like for you to see it become real?
I think it's a different kind of stress now. Like, now for you, it's not like we have to get this open. Now it's like we have to keep this open.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a different kind of stress for you. But I think that it's almost a lighter weight because it's going to take some time to, build up a big enough customer base that it can like really start like paying its own bills.
Yep.
But it will get there, and I know that it will. And, I think that it's just kind of a different kind of weight because you have to keep it open now, but you have some help. I mean, you have help from the community to keep this open now. It's not really just on you and your team to like make sure that this thing succeeds. And so, I think that it's good. And I think even just kind of, there's been a few days that like, not many. I mean, I think you're still there a lot, but I think that there's some days where you're home at, 6 or 7 p.m., which is hours earlier than you have been. And so, I think even just those kind of nights, it's like, okay, like we're going to make it. We're going to get through this like crazy season, and there's kind of light at the end of the tunnel. And I think just even, the community response to it, even, my superintendent was like, hey, I saw you on the news. And I don't think I even told you this, but he was like, and, he was like, it looks like a great space. And your husband is there looking all dapper. And
That's fun.
He was really cute. And so, I've told him about it. So he knew. And, I think just to kind of see it on the news and like see that it's like a real space and like, an actual thing, I think is, to him, I think kind of made it real. It's not just kind of the thing that I've been talking about, but like it's, it's on the news. And so, he was excited about it. And I think,
pardon my cough.
Yeah, I think that the community is too. I think, they're coming out, and I think that it's just going to keep getting better.
I think so too. And I think one of the gifts for me, and I'm really thankful, like this is a thankful to God part of this project. I don't know, maybe I'm an idealist. Maybe I Like, I have no desire to run a business, even if it's a successful business, if I don't believe it's making the world a better place.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to give myself to things that I don't think have the potential to change the world or change lives. And I mean, maybe that's, I don't know, maybe that's weird for me, but like, I would, I don't know.
It's more than just the bottom line for you. It's people.
It's the mission of this coffee
Yeah.
shop, not the fact that we have a successful coffee shop.
Right.
And even in the first like week and a half, almost 2 weeks, we have gotten to see it become a place of purpose and of mission. We've gotten to see a lot of the things that we've dreamed of already start to happen. And that to me is the motivator to keep pushing, even over like really profitable days. Like, if I believe that it is changing the world, and if I believe it is changing lives, and if I believe that it is making our community here in Anchorage better, like, I will give myself to it fully. But in some ways, I'm like, man, can you imagine how terrible this would be if the only way we succeeded was money?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
we just make a bunch of money, but like no actual community impact.
That's a failure to me.
Yeah.
That's a huge failure to me. And so the fact that we've already gotten to see this making our space a better place. I mean, the number of people that have told me like, man, I just feel really safe here. That means so much to me. And so
you even had a guy come in and kind of question you, like, am I safe here? Or is my community safe here? Are my friends safe here? Like, is this actually, you know, what you say it is? And you're like, yep.
Well, and I got to sit with him for like 40 minutes
Yeah.
and walk through who we are and what we do and what we like, why we do things. And I think that he was surprised at the response. And in some ways, like, the response helped him feel safe in that space.
And then he came back and you remembered his name and you said, hey, and
and that meant
and
so
he was
much
like,
to him.
you remembered my name.
That's what he said to me. He was like, you remembered my name.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, I remembered your name.
Yeah.
Because I just think there's a lot of places in this world that we, I don't know, there's a lot of businesses that you walk into and it's like at the end of the day, the goal of that business is to make money. Now, here's the thing. We need the coffee shop to make money.
Right. That is also
That
a
is
goal.
also a goal. But it's like, for me, I need it to be about more than that. And we've already seen it be about more than that. And so
we need it to make money so that it can be a resource to the community, so that it can be a safe place for the community. And like, making money is the way that will happen.
Yeah, to me, money matters because people matter.
Right.
Like, because it's a nonprofit coffee shop, every dollar we make gets to go and help a person, right? Not just a statistic, not just a number, like an actual individual who has real needs and real, like, struggles and trials. Like, we make money so that we can do that stuff, not so that you and I get wealthy, because as a nonprofit coffee shop, nobody makes money off of this. Right. We just get to meet more needs, and I love that.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, 2 weeks in, and I am, I'm really proud of it, and I'm really thankful for it, and I'm really excited about where it's going to go and what it's going to become. Just so you guys know, I'm going to give you a Captain America update. Still on my shoulder.
Asleep on your shoulder.
Is he asleep on my shoulder?
Oh, he's out.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
This sweet...
I mean, he might fall off your shoulder.
Oh, you touched him, he mewed.
I know, because he's fallen off. Oh, there we go.
That's a better spot. And so, okay, now let's talk about the next big thing, which is this little ball of fur that's sleeping on my shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
Captain America. So our video on Friday on LeggLife was all about us getting him. So we're not going to recap the story because you guys can go watch that vlog.
Yeah.
But Sherry Beth, we're now 48 hours into having him. One of our concerns was that Missy was really, we do think she was the perfect cat.
Yeah.
She was the perfect cat for us.
She was the perfect cat for us. Yep.
And so we were...
For our lifestyle and our personalities. And
so we were concerned. It's like, man, what if we get another cat and it's just like, we hate it.
A typical cat. And like, what if the cat is a cat? We're not going to like it. And
because Missy was a pretty terrible cat.
She was awful at being a cat. She was the best cat ever, but she was terrible at being a cat.
Yeah.
And, I think that, cats have earned their reputation for a reason. Most cats are aloof. They're kind of standoffish. They're kind of assholes. And, that's okay. I think that's, cats have earned the right to be that. But I also think that Missy was just not. She was, from the get-go, extremely loving, very cuddly. She vocal and just like she chose us from the start, and
Yep.
she was just like, you are my humans and we are now a family, thank you. And it was just instantaneous. And we've gone to other adoption events and stuff, and we just never really felt that kind of connection with other cats. And so we were just like, I don't know. And there was a part of me that's just like, I don't know that we're going to. I don't think that we're going to make that kind of connection that we did with her, because
It felt like Missy was that one-time unicorn perfect cat.
Yep. Like she was made for us, and we're just not going to find that again. And so there was a part of me that's just like, are we going to just settle for just a cat to have a cat? Or, are we going to wait for that connection, maybe never find it and just never have another cat? Like, I don't know. And even when we walked into the shelter to see him, we were still, we'd seen the post with like him and his 6 or 5 other siblings. There were 6 in the litter.
Yep.
And, we didn't know how many were going to be left. I kind of assumed that there would be some gone.
Yep.
But when we got there, he was the only one left. And even then, like, when she was just like, he's the only one left, there was a part of me just like, I don't know if I want a boy. I don't know, do we even bother, like, getting him out and petting him and loving on him? And, I don't know if it's going to even be worth it, because I don't think that I want a boy. I don't know. And so we were like, well, sure, I guess we'll just try. And it was so similar to our interaction with Missy.
Yeah.
I mean, he just immediately like snuggled in, and he wasn't squirmy. He wasn't like, get me out of here. He wasn't shy. He wasn't scared. He was just like, oh, you're my people. Oh, I found you.
And honestly, so that was the thing. And we said this Missy's whole life, that even though we like met her at the shelter, she chose us. Mm-hmm. We didn't choose her. Even though, I mean, we did choose her, but like she for sure chose us.
Yeah.
It felt so much the same way with him.
Yeah.
That like from the beginning he chose us. And here's the thing that's interesting. Like even leaving the shelter, I thought, okay, like maybe we'll really see how this is when we get home. I was still a little bit nervous.
Mm-hmm.
But the first 48 hours have actually only made me more confident that we made such the right decision.
I agree. I think that he is even more cuddly than Missy.
Which is crazy.
Like, if we are anywhere near him, he has to be in our arms or on our laps. Like, has to be. And he's extremely vocal. I texted Adam, and he was like, I think that was said with the intent to wound. But I was like, if he's... like, if we're not holding him, he's talking. Like, if he's not asleep, he's talking. And that's pretty much Adam in a nutshell. If Adam's not asleep, he's talking. And sometimes he talks in his sleep. He's just always talking. And so, like, the fact
just so you guys know, I'm learning this about myself for the very first time today.
That is not true.
Sherry has never once mentioned this to me in the whole history of our marriage.
I think that I have said that a couple of times on the podcast.
That's fair.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he is like draped over Adam's shoulder right now. Out.
It's probably too late. It may still be on our Instagram story. If you're listening to this early on Saturday, I'm going to post a photo on our Instagram story about us recording the podcast right now.
I'm going to get a photo from this side because you've gotten some from like head on. He is ridiculously, amazingly cute.
And I'm going to post it so you guys can see Cap sleeping on my shoulder as we record the podcast.
Oh my gosh, but, he's so cute.
But it's so interesting because I think that even 2 days in, every interaction with him has only reconfirmed that we were so scared that we were like, gosh, what if we don't like this cat?
What if he doesn't like us?
What if he doesn't like us? What if it's a different experience? Which of course it will be.
Yep.
But somehow it's been, I don't want to say better, but it's been like everything that we had hoped for, but didn't think we could get. It was almost like, can lightning strike twice? And it feels like it has.
It feels like it has. I think we got the perfect cat for us again. And again, it's only been 48 hours, and his personality might change as he grows, and that's okay. But so far, he has just been the best little guy. He's so sweet and cuddly and personable, and
even not just with us. Our friend Allison came over tonight.
Yep.
And she's the first person that he's met like outside of us since we brought him home, and he just like went right to her. He wasn't like skittish, just like went like right to her, didn't hide.
He did jump out of her arms.
He did jump out of her arms. So
which was really funny.
He hurled himself on the ground.
But he still went back to her.
Yeah.
And like, yep. Like, he's very personable, and he's very sweet.
Yeah, I love him so much. What a great addition to the family.
Yeah.
So really, like, sorry, I yawned. That's kind of the big update on us. The coffee shop has been all consuming. I'll be very honest, you guys. I'm real tired. I think you are as well.
I'm really tired. I have been also, like, I've been spending as much time at the coffee shop as I can. Not this past, like, since it opened, I have taken a step back because I kind of feel like I'm there to, like, support it. I go in and I get a coffee or a tea or something, and I'll, sit and chat with friends, or I read or whatever. But for the most part, like, I have...
You guys, he stood up and stretched.
He turned around.
And then, like, put his, like... Here's the thing. It's probably more comfortable for him. It's less comfortable for me because he's, like, literally sleeping on the very back of my neck.
He's, like, laying on your head.
So I have my head tilted down, like, probably... I don't know you guys can even hear me, like, below the microphone.
Oh, my gosh. He's so cute.
Because I've got to keep the kitten comfortable.
Ridiculous. Anyway, but I have also been juggling, like, we are in our busy season at work, like my real job, and I have been going crazy. Like, I cannot wait for May 15th when my job will slow down. Because, like, the season will, like, officially start, and that's when my job, like, evens out. It's all of the getting ready for the season, and it's been insane. And so, like, my days have been very busy, and I've been running everywhere and doing all of the things and taking care of the coffee shop. And so like, again, the last couple of weeks have been a little bit slower at the coffee shop for me because I've just been able to, like, go hang out. But the several weeks before that was every spare minute was at the coffee shop, or painting frames here at home.
Totally.
For the coffee shop, or just running errands for the coffee shop, or, it was so much. And, I forget, I was actually going to, like, keep track of my hours, and I never did, but, I was working 8 hours at my job, and then working 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 hours, 9 hours one night, after my job.
Oh, yeah.
To, get the coffee shop open. And, I had a 17-hour day, and followed by a 12-hour day, followed by a 15-hour day, and I was just like, I am exhausted. Like, I cannot do this anymore.
Yeah, so it really has taken every ounce of, like, energy.
Yeah.
Not just physical energy, emotional energy, spiritual energy that we have. And so I think that we both feel very, like, depleted in almost every sense of the word.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there's light at the end of the tunnel. We've got some rest coming soon. We've got an easier load coming soon. But we're not quite there yet. And so just trying to figure out
a couple trips that we have not announced yet.
Yep, we'll announce actually this next week, which will be very fun. And so that is the life update for us.
Yeah, busy.
I do feel like this is, the opening of the shop. I mean, how often in your life do you ever get to do something like this?
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited, and I don't want to miss all of the emotion and the feeling and the memories that were kind of happening in this season. But at the same time, I think we're feeling the weight of all of it.
The busyness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So life is returning to normal, but it's not normal yet.
No, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. We'll get there.
And we have a new fuzzy small boy.
We do have a small boy.
Him's small boy. He is still, this guy's still asleep on my neck.
His paw is now down your neck.
Yeah.
I got some photos.
And so, gosh,
we'll post.
What a sweetie.
Oh my gosh.
But friends, we love you. This was just kind of our, we know that we've missed like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And here's the update on us. Here's how we're doing. We're alive. Things are good. And so we'll get back to maybe more normal podcasts.
Yeah.
Next
and
week.
Vlogs. We've missed some vlogs too.
You know what's interesting, Sherry, about that is so vlogging has been a regular part of our life for 10 years this summer. Mm-hmm. And I'm so excited to to vlog this weekend and just do like a normal life vlog.
Yeah.
Because when life gets busy, vlogging is one of the things that goes first.
Yeah.
And the return of vlogging, in some ways in my mind, is tied to the return of normal. And so the thought that this weekend we're going to get to pick up the vlog camera and just like vlog a normal day.
Just for the sake of vlogging.
Just for the sake of vlogging.
Yeah. I mean, we have like one kind of event, but like other than that, we're just living.
Oh, I'm so excited about that. So friends,
my gosh.
we love you so much. Sherry's taking more photos of Cap again. I'm going to post that.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You guys, I just feel like my neck is so warm from this little kitten behind me. And I'm so sore from the way I'm having to sit so that Cap can be comfortable.
Yeah.
But you guys,
he's very comfy.
We love you so much. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for sticking around even when we have not been around.
Yeah.
We're going to be better about that.
We
I
appreciate
promise.
the concern and people reaching out. Just want to make sure you're okay.
You guys always care so well for us. In fact, I was telling one of my coworkers how thankful I am because our community here at LeggLife, when we miss videos, it's never like, where's the videos? Like, you guys owe us videos. It's never like this push of like a demand.
Right.
It's always, the messages are always concerning, like, hey, we just want to make sure you guys are okay. Haven't heard from you in a while. I haven't seen you in a while. Just want to check in, make sure you guys are all right. And so we feel super cared for by you guys.
Yeah.
And I just know that that's not always the case on the internet. So thank you so much for responding to us and our absence that way. It really does mean the world to us. That's a huge gift to us. So friends, we're going to go.
Yeah.
Cap is probably going to keep laying on my shoulder. I think I'm just stuck here forever.
Past his bedtime.
It's for sure past his bedtime.
He's a sleepy boy.
You guys, we love you so much. We'll see you next week on the next LeggLife podcast.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Cap, say bye. Okay, maybe
Nope.
not.